I was wondering if I could fuck you.
Me and my boyfriend's cooking. I mean, me
Yo,
and my friend's cooking.
Bro, what?
I did not know this bro was in his drawer.
How Chris became the most hated MrBeast member.
Chris Tyson is one of the OG members of the MrBeast channel and has been active in Jimmy's videos from the beginning of his career. However, in the span of the last month, Chris has had a visible change in appearance and has recently announced that he has been going through hormone therapy by taking
Hormone therapy, what the fuck? Hey bro, chatting a lot in. Hey bro, he low key pulling it off, bro. He low key cute.
estrogens in order to feminize him. How he has received a lot of hate from this public announcement and why Carl Jacobs might be correlated with Chris's transitioning will be discussed in this video. Chris is a crucial part of the MrBeast YouTube channel and has always stood out in the videos because of his unique style of humor. There were always some changes in the MrBeast production team here and there, but it would all change when Carl Jacobs was hired as an editor.
I'm gonna make sure this quality good, chat. The fuck?
Carl and Chris formed a very close friendship with each other, and when one of the ex-MrBeast members named Jack the Viking would leave the MrBeast cast, it was the perfect opportunity for a new member to join. Carl and Chris's friendship was so strong that according to MrBeast himself, Chris wouldn't film videos unless Carl was with him in the main cast.
And then the other guy, Carl, he was my editor that Chris literally just became friends with. And Chris was like, I don't want to film unless Carl's around. I was like, all right, Carl, you're part of the team.
But as soon as Carl and Chris were seen a lot in the videos together, many people would start to notice that Chris would start to change a bit. In a tweet that was published back in late 2020, Chris would say this: "Also, I want to use my all to let everyone know that I am bisexual. And when I told the few people I did when I was 16, I got a lot of negative backlash from friends/family. Just know if the people around you don't love and support you, we always will." Even though this tweet didn't cause Chris to get a lot of hate, it were all the small changes after that led to people slowly seeing the so-called Carl effect. During this time, people started questioning if Chris and his wife were divorced, since they wouldn't be uploading images together on their social media, and Chris wasn't wearing his wedding ring anymore. In March of 2023, this was confirmed, since Chris tweeted about explaining the situation. For a little over a year now, me and Katie have been separated. We are finalizing things soon, but these things take time. We like to keep our personal lives private, which a lot of people don't understand because we share so much. But this is the only time I want to discuss it. Please respect our privacy, and please do not comment asking questions about the specific topic. Some people would blame this on Carl because
That nigga got his bitch taken. Wait. Yo, his shit. How do I say this? Yo, bro, she got her man taken by a man.
he supposedly changed Chris to the point where his relationship with his wife would deteriorate. Later, Chris started tweeting more and more about the LGBT community, transgender people in specific. This was coupled with his appearance in the MrBeast videos starting to adopt more feminine traits, with his hair growing out, him curling his hair, him painting his nails, and him wearing predominantly feminine clothes. But these were all just characteristics that didn't have a huge impact on most of the viewership. However, a Twitter user named Blix would upload a comparison image with the title "Bro, WTF happened?" that would gain a lot of traction. There were a lot of negative comments such as "The Matrix got to him," "Carl ruins everything," "I blame at Carl Jacobs," "Wokeness destroys the mind."
I'm not gonna lie, so it looked like Carl came in and rizzed bro up, and bro just switched teams. It's that simple, chat. Carl rizzed him up and he switched teams, bro.
The body, the soul. I still blame Carl. There were also some lesser serious ones like MrBeast done showed him the beast, or some people who generally didn't care. But everything would change when Chris quote tweeted this announcing HRT, and it's only been 2 months. Shocked emoji. If you don't know, HRT stands for hormone replacement therapy, that is either used to feminize a body using estrogens or masculinize a body using anti-estrogens. Since Chris was already male to begin with, it is very likely that he has been taking estrogen hormones for 2 months now. The MrBeast crew members would be very supportive of Chris transitioning, such as Nolan saying, "Holy smokes, I'm proud of you," or Carl saying, "Fuck the goofy motherfuckers, keep running your own stuff." Chris would respond by thanking Carl for being such an inspiration. Carl, thanks for being an inspiration to me and so many other people to be happy and comfortable being yourself. Everybody can decide on their own whether or not this change was positive or negative for Chris. But from this message, Chris has basically confirmed that Carl has influenced him in such a way that he can express himself comfortably, ultimately verifying that the Carl effect is real. Not everyone was very happy for Chris to change though, as there were comments arguing this is not going to end well. It isn't too late to turn back. He looks like he's dying. Unsubscribed, unfollowed and unbeasted. Chris also has a son that is around 2 years old, and many people were discontented after realizing that the son now has a missing father figure in his life. There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times, weak man times. Chris would quote tweet again by responding, "This is just more dog whistling that somehow trans and gender not confirming folks aren't safe around kids. Tucker begs for me to come back when I leave for like 2 days to film."
Bro, this nigga gonna have 2 moms now, chat. Now this nigga got 2 moms.
He is so loved and happy. Kids aren't born with hate. It's taught by people like you. And my child will only know love. I know I'm going to be a great parent, and so is every other person who puts the love of the children before everything. I made this decision because I wanted to show up as my best and happiest self for him. In a way, this was for Tucker. However, this was all just information Chris posted on his main account with almost 1 million
Nigga named his kid Tucker.
followers. Chris also has a second account named @ChrisTheAltGod, which has around 250,000 followers. He first clarified his bisexuality by stating this: "I was reading my Instagram comments, and unless I missed something new in my own life, I'm 99.9% sure I still like both genders, lol. I'll see you next time I come out as bi for the 438,905th time." Chris is also very happy that he decided to be public about this hormone usage, as he states here. "I'm genuinely so glad so many people are learning what HRT is, and how it can and has helped so many people because of my tweet. I was super nervous to be public about this, because I've always been so private when it comes to this, but seeing conversations started because of me is amazing. It makes everything so worth it. I'm so excited to have more conversations like this in the future with you all." He again uploaded an image with his son stating, "If I didn't have this little nugget, I'd never have gotten this far. He's taught me so much about myself in such a short time. I can't wait to learn through life together." MrBeast himself was very open to support his friend Chris, as he replied positively to a lot of his tweets. "Informed consent HRT saved my and many others' lives. The hurdles GNC people have to jump through to get life-saving, gender-affirming healthcare in a first world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies. Got you, heart, heart, heart. I did one more heart than Carl because I'm a better friend. Jimmy, you are so real for this. Way realer than Carl." On a different tweet, somebody commented, "In a few years, look back at this thread and remember they were never your friends. Only yes men cowards. Hope you come out of this safe." MrBeast responded, "Opinion irrelevant, ratio." The guy responded, "I have 30 followers, so go ahead and ratio me. I'll still rest easy knowing I'm not a coward who idly stands by watching a friend ruin his own life." Carl responded, "I am watching the whole friend group living happy lives, being them to the truest extent and counting up their money, but keep battling on Twitter." Many mainstream influencer news outlets such as Drama Alert and Dexerto covered this incident. But Sneeko, who I talked about multiple times
Here we go, chat. This is where it get real, chat. Sneeko in
earlier videos, was not shy to share his opinion as well.
The Chris I know was like a truck driving, AK-47 shooting, Call of Duty playing, dip chewing. Yep. That.
Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, chat, bro. You don't know who Sneeko is, bro. You gotta love you some Sneeko, bro. It is what it is.
was the Chris I knew, but that was the Chris I knew. It was, woo, Trump, what's up with all these trannies? He had a southern accent, he was driving monster trucks, and he helped me shoot my first AK-47. And he was chewing dip, and he was smoking Marlboro Reds. He had just bought a big truck with all the MrBeast money. That was Chris. What the happened? The people that are encouraging this, they think that they're doing the right thing. They're all brainwashed. Even MrBeast thinks that he's doing the right thing by supporting his friend Chris. Brainwashed. If you really cared, you would not encourage his delusion now. You would look at the long term and see that this is something that he's doing because he is brainwashed by social media, because he's living in the West where this is pushed by a bunch of garbage. If you were really his friend right now, you would hear what I'm saying, because someone's gonna clip this and send it to him. You would tell him you've made the wrong decision.
This whole situation gets more interesting after realizing that Chris and MrBeast were both under fire a few years ago for a video they made about transgender people titled "I Sexually Identify as an Attack Helicopter," where Chris would dress up and pretend to be an Apache attack helicopter.
Bro, what are you doing? Bro? Did you just assume my gender?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you.
You're such a hella
Chat, I'm not gonna lie, okay, chat, I love everybody. You feel me, chat? I love everybody. But look, this is like top tier peak in comedy. It goes racist jokes to sexist jokes to sexual jokes and what is this even called? I guess like the LGBTQ joke. It is what it is. That is like, chat, you can't lie. You know, like for a fact, you know that that's the shit that's funny, chat. You know it. You know for a fact that's the shit that's funny. Like, but you know it's just so soft now, bro. But you know, like, you know, bro, if bro wouldn't be trans, bro, you can't do nothing about it, bro. Let bro live him. Let bro live his life, bro. Let bro live him.
Get out!
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. Ever since I was a boy, I dreamed of soaring over the oil fields, dropping hot, sticky loads on disgusting foreigners. People say to me that a person being a helicopter is impossible. I'm having a plastic surgeon install rotary blades, 30mm cannons, and AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my body. From now on, I want you guys to call me Apache and respect my right to kill from above and kill needlessly. If you can't accept me, you're a heliphobe and need to check your vehicle privilege.
It's time to live my dream! Hey girl, you want some attack helicopter? Be free, my brother!
Every day, countless vehicles are born into human bodies. I've never told anyone this, but I was actually born a tank, but sadly, it wasn't one of our 52 genders.
But when watching these clips, one needs to consider that YouTube was a completely different landscape back in 2016. So a joke that might seem absolutely insensitive right now could have been totally acceptable just 7 years ago. But the comments Chris receives on his TikTok videos, especially on his newest video where he showed a framed image of Carl holding his son Tucker, were mostly unsupportive of Chris's change. Can't spell Carl without L. Carl is taking his son too. Bro, what's happened? He hangs around Carl too much. The unsupportiveness might have developed because Chris has built an audience of people that liked him when he had shorter hair and generally showed more masculine traits. So these people might see it as a betrayal when Chris changed his appearance and personality. I tried to stay neutral in this video, but if you want to help reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers before—
Hey man, W video, bro.
Why wouldn't it? Got it out the mud, so I'm pouring spray through it. Fucked out the club, said her boyfriend wanna book me. I'm still feeling love in some areas.